Have you ever wondered what set the world ablaze in the tumultuous years of the Second World War? Our story starts with the Treaty of Versailles, the peace agreement that ended the First World War. This treaty, signed in 1919, placed heavy burdens on Germany, inducing a deep sense of resentment and dissatisfaction. The seeds of conflict were sown. Fast forward to the early 1930s. Amidst the economic chaos and social unrest, a charismatic leader emerged, promising to restore Germany's glory. His name was Adolf Hitler. Hitler's rise to power was marked by an aggressive foreign policy that defied the Treaty of Versailles and challenged the status quo. The annexation of Austria, the invasion of Czechoslovakia, these were not mere territorial gains, but a direct challenge to the fragile peace that the world had so painstakingly built. And so the stage was set for the greatest conflict humanity had ever witnessed. 1939 marked the year when tensions finally boiled over into a full-blown war. The invasion of Poland by Germany set the wheels of war in motion, an act of aggression that pushed the world over the precipice and into the abyss of conflict. This was just the beginning. The fall of France soon followed, a shocking and swift defeat that sent tremors across the globe. The once proud nation capitulated in less than 2 months, succumbing to the might of the German blitzkrieg. Then came the Battle of Britain, a struggle for air superiority that saw the Royal Air Force take on the formidable German Luftwaffe. The skies above Britain buzzed with the drone of aircraft, the echo of this battle resonating far beyond the shores of the small island nation. In the east, Operation Barbarossa marked the start of the largest military invasion in history. The German attack on the Soviet Union signaled a shift in alliances, a strategic move that would ultimately shape the course of the war. Across the Atlantic, the attack on Pearl Harbor was a wake-up call for the United States. The surprise Japanese attack drew the nation into the conflict, marking the beginning of a war on 2 fronts. The turning points of the war came with the Battle of Stalingrad and the Battle of Midway. These fierce and bloody confrontations marked a shift in momentum. In Stalingrad, the Red Army halted the German advance, while in the Pacific, the American victory at Midway put the Japanese on the defensive. Throughout the war, strategic alliances formed and shifted. The Allies and the Axis powers, a complex web of nations bound together by necessity and common cause, navigated the treacherous waters of wartime diplomacy. These alliances, born out of the chaos of war, would shape the course of the conflict and the world that emerged from its ashes. By 1945, the world had been forever altered, with an unimaginable cost. The map had been redrawn, the balance of power shifted, and the echoes of this cataclysmic event continue to reverberate through the corridors of history. In the ashes of World War II, a new world order emerged. With the Earth scarred by the most devastating conflict in human history, nations realized the urgent need for a global organization to maintain peace and prevent future wars. Hence, the United Nations was born, replacing the ineffective League of Nations. It was an attempt to stitch together the torn fabric of international relations, to bring nations under one umbrella, and to promote peace, security, and cooperation. The end of World War II, however, did not mean the end of global tension. Instead, the world was divided into 2 ideological blocs: the capitalist West, led by the United States, and the communist East, led by the Soviet Union. Thus, the Cold War, a silent but potent conflict, began. It was a different kind of war, one fought with propaganda, economic pressure, and political crises rather than with armies and bombs. At the same time, the aftermath of World War II triggered a wave of decolonization, particularly in Asia and Africa. Countries such as India, Indonesia, and many African nations began to assert their independence from their colonial masters. It was a time of political upheaval and transformation, which saw the map of the world redrawn as new nations emerged from the shadow of empire. Technological advancements made during the war also had far-reaching effects. Developments in nuclear power, rocket technology, and computing had a profound impact on everything from energy production to space exploration and the digital revolution. These technologies, born out of the crucible of war, would go on to shape the world we live in today. The echoes of World War II still reverberate today, shaping our world in ways we often fail to recognize. From the formation of the United Nations to the start of the Cold War, from the rise of newly independent nations to the technological advancements that have defined our age, the impact of World War II remains as profound as ever. Its lessons are a stark reminder of the cost of conflict and the enduring importance of peace.